Hello and welcome back to whatever it is I do here. It's been a while since we have spoken. My last video was me teaching my mom how to drive stick shift. That was interesting. And I'm so overdue. And yes, I'm gonna use the same excuses as I always do, which is I am working a lot. So, as you can tell from the title of this video, we are going over the 5 things I like most about my Golf R. Somebody like my story. Okay, I need to go to bed.
I like that laugh.
So if it appears that I am freezing right now, it's because I am. Because in Wisconsin, it's actually pretty warm. It's 41 degrees. I'm not gonna complain. I was actually outside without a jacket, so that was cool. Side note, I did dye my hair green. It was supposed to be jade, but it turned out like an emerald green. And I'm okay with it. But everyone's like, oh yeah, Green Bay Packers. I'm like, oh yeah! That was not the intention. It was supposed to look like this. But that's okay, you know? Okay, so for the first thing I love about my Golf R is the sophisticated look. And by all means, I'm not trying to trash GTIs. I love GTIs. But when you're going for a mature look, the Golf R kind of supersedes the GTI. And I mean, the GTI has its own charm though. It has the plaid seats, it has like the red detailing on the front end, you know what I'm talking about, the red strip on there. If you look at the family of the Volkswagen world, the Golf R is obviously considered to be top of the food chain. I'm not being arrogant. I'm not. But honestly, like I was saying, exterior, interior, overall, it just has more of this grown-up feeling. Like, oh yes, I'm sipping my coffee on the way to work. Like, I don't know how to say it, you know? It's not like... Anyways, we're gonna go on to number 2 because this is getting too long. Now, this kind of has a little bit to do with what we just talked about. I want to close in on the seats because, my goodness, I've sat in some freaking seats in my life. Okay, so if you don't know this, I work at a dealership, so I constantly get in and out of all these cars all day, every day, and nothing compared. I have driven probably like 4 hours straight in this car, and yeah, of course your ass is gonna get a little bit sore, but just the comfort and the bolstering, the combination of both, it's that sporty, like I said, meets mature aspect of it, and honestly, you get the best of both worlds, in my opinion. I will rave about these seats until the day I die. I will be in the hospice home. I'll be like, ah, seats! And yeah. So actually a question for you guys who do own Golf Rs. So mine is the base model. I could really care less if I don't have forward collision, the sensors on the front end. My driver's seat has, I think, like an 8-way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's an 8-way power seat. Anyways, so where I'm getting at here is I have a question for you guys because I know there's the base Golf R and then there's the one that's up that comes with Fender audio system, dynamic chassis control. My passenger front seat is powered, inclining and declining, like the back, but it's manual levered to slide forward and back, and it doesn't have like the lumbar support as well. Oh, that piece of skin is finally coming off. So I was checking out at Target and all of a sudden my hand is just gushing blood and I didn't feel it at all. And now there's just this piece of skin hanging and I still hanging and I still don't feel anything. There's no pain, but it just was all over, and then I feel like people were looking at me like, whoa, she just punched a wall, but I didn't. Surprisingly. Wow, side stories, Kayla. That's okay. Number 3 is the Haldex system. Okay, a lot of people will make arguments about BMW and Subaru and all these other all-wheel drive systems that are more evenly distributed through your drivetrain, and personally, I don't care because I would rather have good gas mileage. It's the perfect daily. I'm not saying everybody, but I'm sorry. Braggadocious again. So what I'm really getting at here is, if you didn't know how Haldex works, I'm gonna give you a brief description, even though my brain still tries to wrap around how Haldex works. So basically, the Golf R is front wheel bias until it feels the need to deliver power to the rear. So in this scenario, until the rear wheels are needed, so I personally get with the tune, 32 on a good day, 30, 28, 20 when I'm on the throttle a lot, which is all the time, so 20. Oh, but seriously, taking this car around corners is excellent. I think I made a video, but it was actually a review on the Continentals that I have on here, which I love. Continental girl, sponsor me. There are, you know, better all-wheel drive systems out there, but for real. This is so funny. So my friend Tyler, who's actually in one of my videos to install the air suspension, and I put a story on of the camera on the tripod, and he goes, "Hi guys, this is my Mark 7 and it's slow." Funny enough, Tyler never really wants to race me when we're out on the open road, but we'll save that fight for another time. I don't want my knuckle to bust open again. Number 4. John C. Now number 4 and number 5 are gonna kind of tie into each other, but just stick with me for it. So number 4 is the capacity that she has for modifications to get to a desired horsepower, in that case being 500 horsepower at the wheels. The EA 888 engines have so much potential without having to crack open anything internally. So right now she is sitting just under 400, beating regular traffic of course, except Teslas, because we all know they cheat like a motherfucker. So I do have a couple plans, which is hence why she's in here. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know I always put the R away, I cover it in the garage, and then I walk away and drive the Jetta for the winter. That is not the case, however, this winter I have some plans. Ooh, okay, I just wanna like do baby steps and not get ahead of myself, but let's just say we're trying to push her and milk her out as much as we can to get to 500 horsepower. That was a weird way to put it. Is that like a Wisconsin thing? People from Wisconsin don't even say that actually. That's just my I'm weird. And for the 5th thing I love most about my Golf R, like I said, tying into number 4 is the sleeper look. That is actually, yeah, that's gotta be my favorite thing, is the lack of knowledge people have towards this car and the under. Like, it looks like a fucking wagon. Like, people look at the hatch and they associate it with old wagons and this and that, especially like the old V8 muscle guys. Literally, I poke fun at V8s and like I like V8s. Like, I'm not against them at all. I just have a preference. I like taking something small, something with that much capacity, or displacement I should say, modifying it to get to the point where you're actually going to like roast something with 4 more cylinders than you and maybe a supercharger. Like, that is totally the goal one day. Like, I cannot wait to get there, and you are coming along on the journey. So until we get to that point, but we're off topic again. What's new? I like acting like I'm pulling on somebody and then they think they're winning, and all of a sudden I just drop it and just take off like a missile and they shit their pants. Maybe they don't shit their pants. I'm such an I am an asshole, aren't I? Okay, well, this video is getting way too long, but if you're considering getting a Golf R, I highly recommend, especially if it's going to be for a daily. And if you live in a winter climate, I've only drove my car through 2 winters. There is rust underneath, unfortunately, but I've been storing it for the past 2 years, going on now 3 years. So I'm just trying to prevent as much corrosion as possible. And I don't care. I always get like, I mean, I don't always get shit, but I get people who say like, oh, it's just a Golf R. Why are you storing that? You know, when you work hard for something and you put a lot of time and effort and money into it, and you take pride in it, and you just want to take care of your things. And if you can have a daily for the wintertime in Wisconsin, or just the Rust Belt in general, you understand. Like, trust me, I work in a shop and I've seen what rust does to vehicles, man. Like, to the point where you can't even lift them. And I mean, that's obviously years down the road, but ooh, that chrome. Oh yeah. So yeah, this is where she will sit and nest for the wintertime, and also get some goodies, and we're gonna see what she do at the track in the spring. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All the stuff with the things and the stuff. Meme of the week is gonna be right here. Alright, and that's all. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!